morning motivation time. Yes, that is the sunshine. And it's in the middle of fall. Look. Can you see my breath? Yeah, it's that cold outside. Even with the sun shining that bright this morning, finally it's not rains, clouds, and all the other bullshit that I've been seeing. It's nice and bright. It's an extra bright because we're closer to the sun. There's nice baby blue skies, and the boys are almost done. It's a fucking blessing to wake up this morning and be able to get everything that you want in life. And also, what's it cost to be the boss? And we're going to talk about travel costs because apparently this is people worried. So, yeah, I mean, in essence, this is the message. The message is to teach people how to live without money. Would they like to shut down my Google account? Would they like to shut down my websites? Would they like to shut down my phone? Yes. Is it one of those things where it's about time that I'm not glued to my phone, or I'm not or that I'm not worried about websites, or that I'm not glued to technology? I think it's about time that I did take a space from it. Everybody keeps asking me, like, why don't you post more when I was out in Spain, or where are all the pictures from the event? And I was just like, my life is moving so fast, I can't even keep up with it. I'd love to sit here and tell you, yeah, sure, no problem. Your boy Saint has all the time in the world, but even over my insomnia last night, I don't have all the time in the world to get everything posted. I don't have Wi-Fi to go around and talk while I'm doing things. I have to get the show done when I got time. I'm gonna roll up right now while I'm on time, get this thing going, and let's just talk about it. The true cost to travel. Shit, I've been traveling for 7 months straight, dude. Like, I came up across a $5,000 credit card, absorbed about 2,000 of debt on the other cards, and basically traveled for less than $1,000 a month for the last 7 months, and just ran out of money, simply put. Now, I'm throwing my own event this weekend, thanks to the guys at Luku Hakanila. It's a city near Vanta here in Finland. I tried to get the smoke shop that was down the street to fucking do it with me, but they were like, nah, you can't do that, bro. That's kind of illegal. What about taxes? I'm like, they're just shirts, bro. You feel the stubbornness on me. This is the Taurus Bull, Zodiac's on shirts, but it's hard out here for a pimp. I come to the fifth most expensive place in the world. I barely get to feed myself, but your boy Saint's on a diet anyway. I don't have fast food to eat, so that keeps the I haven't been eating any fast food, so that keeps the fat off me. I've been keeping up with my fasting, and that's been helping me lose the weight and make sure that I only have basically 2 meals a day. I get to eat my muesli for breakfast, and then I get to eat some kind of pasta meat combination sandwich, something for dinner, and it sufficed me. It's been able to get me. Is it as cool as eating tomahawk steaks for dinner? No, it's not, but you can't always eat so much red meat, and it's sometimes that you got to get almost like skinny. I feel like a woman that's about to have her wedding. I'm about to go to Thailand. Last Still trying to get rid of this cough, still in the cold, even with the sunshine. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing the work that needs to be done to stack my chips, get some of my money back from evidence. That's right. That smells so good. When they arrested me in January, I'm still headed to Thailand regardless of my funds. I'm still trying to make it work with my life, and that's just how it goes. It's not easy when you're out into the world. Someone should have just told you that. So many people try to make life easy, but I could easily be this broke in Las Vegas, and I have been easily that broke in Las Vegas. I've been homeless again. I was living out of my car. My friends are worried about me, and I was like, dude, I've been doing this for a hot minute. Should have been worried about me a minute ago, because it's not easy trying to be an entrepreneur. It's not easy when you're trying to create something and life is happening to you and you're just trying to get by. I get by with a little help from my friends. If it wasn't for my friends' couches, I wouldn't have been able to make it. If it wasn't for the generosity of my friends and giving me weed, I wouldn't have been able to make it. I can just hear my stepdad now going like, well, you would have paid me back if you didn't smoke so much weed. I'm like, with what money, bro? I don't have any money. There's no way to get a job out here in Finland. You got to have a Finland social security number. I created my own job. That's what it is when I see talking about Saints Addiction and making shirts. I had to create my own job. When the one smoke shop said that they didn't want to do it at all, I had to knock on another smoke shops, and guess what? They're ready to do it. So it's just like, it's not hard to do events. It's not hard to give away free shit. It's not hard to give away free Mike Tyson papers. You know what I mean? This is gonna go in the 100 euro swag bag. We're making weed swag bags. He's got a box full of 50 euros worth of shit. I'm adding a shirt. He's adding a shirt. I'm adding the Mike Tyson papers. Then he's adding. No, then I'm adding, if I can, if the Medtainer arrives in time, they're shipping it out to me all the way here to Finland on FedEx. As soon as that arrives, then I'll be set. I'll add one of those to the thing, and then the value was be over 100 euros. Anybody that purchases anything for 10 euros gets one ticket in the raffle. Everybody that wants the raffle, it's like, I'm making the culture and being part of the culture, where everybody else is scared to be who they are or show their true colors. I'm out here living the damn thing. I'm out here really making it happen, and that's just what it is. It's not like it's fun, but has it been fun when I looked through La Sagrada Familia and I was in Spain and Barcelona? That was fun. Was it fun when I was in Ireland and just impromptu made that a reality? That was fun. I used up my funds basically to have fun, and that's just what it is sometimes. I know it's like feast or famine, and I know everybody thinks that they need money to live, but I kind of like living off the grid. I kind of like actually living and not being so I'm actually connected instead of looking for connectivity. I'm trying to be what I preach. It's reach, preach, and teach. You got to practice what you preach. A lot of people will be like, oh no, I'm scared. I need to know what it's like to not have money. I need to know what it's like to be on the edge, and I'm quite familiar with it, and it makes me live. It's almost like being Pablo Escobar, and you got $2 million, but your daughter's cold. What's more important to you? That's what really happens. What's more important to you, actually living or making an income? And that's what I had to make a decision before I left from Vegas, was that I had to make a decision that my life was more important than money, that I wasn't going to just keep sitting there going day by day, the drudgery of life, being all mad at life because what life was happening to me. I was trying to live before I die. And it's the one thing to say it. It's cool cliche, inspire before you expire. It's got a nice little ring to it, doesn't it? But it's another thing to actually live it. It's another thing to actually live your life and see if you can make it. I talked about The Game yesterday, the movie with Michael Douglas, and how he had everything. He was a rich guy, and then all of a sudden they arrested him, threw him in the Mexico. He was in a coffin. It's not, don't put me in a coffin, but it was one of those things that once you have everything, you forget what life's really worth. You forget what a meal tastes like. It's almost like being a death row prisoner. The next meal that you eat is your last meal, would probably be your most delicious meal if you actually tasted it. It really get to appreciate food, and get to appreciate absorbing calories, and get to appreciate life when you're really on the edge of it. When you're sitting there all comfortable and you got enough money and everything's all right, comfort is a complacency is a killer. And I hate saying comfort is a killer, but it just is. It slowly gets all of us as humans. We forget how warm we are inside of our houses. We forget to go outside and hunter-gatherer. We forget to rise and grind. We forget to rise and shine. I'd rather shine than grind. That's just me. But that's just what it is. Some people, they can't do it. He said, I'm a little bit jealous of you. Are you a little bit jealous of me when I don't eat? Are you a little bit jealous of me when I'm traveling without guarantees? I don't have traveler insurance. My buddy was like, hey, yo, I want to buy some traveler insurance. I'm like, when have I ever had anything for the travel insurances to share with me? You know what I mean? Even if I claimed my motorbike accident, I'd still have to do the paperwork, and then they might argue with me. And by then I was already healed myself, and all of this from all of this came from traveling. When I had a motorbike accident 15 years ago, when I fell. That was it, dude. I fell, and that was it, dude. It wasn't anybody else that was going to come around. And in fact, in Thailand, that whole event, when I fell, cost me only $15, bro. Like it would have cost me like probably like $500 just to be in an American fucking hospital. But the day that I fell, only cost me $15 with the nurse and the medicine included. 15 US dollars, less than what, 500 baht, Thai baht, and I was put together, white as rain, just like Humpty Dumpty, back together again. So it's just one of those things where my friends are starting to worry about me. They're like, Mark's intrepid. He's too brave. Are you safe? And I hate when people say, stay safe. It's like as if I'm doing unsafe things. You know, it's not like I'm, what do you call it, skydiving or bungee jumping or doing anything crazy. It's just that I go to the edges, you guys. You know, that's what depression looks like. It's easy for people to say, "Oh, I got depression, I got bipolar disorder," but what are you going to do when it hits you? You know what I mean? That's what really happens to us. Is like, you know, for people that really have the disease, it does hit me. It does hit me sometimes where I'm having to borrow $10 from my friends to eat Chipotle, like I was in Vegas, or borrow $100 from my boy Ben because I need to get the credit card payment. And yes, I'm behind on my credit card payments, and I'm sure my credit score is just plummeted by 100 points, but I haven't gone down by 100 points. Matter of fact, I'm probably down not 100 pounds, but I'm down a lot of weight because it's come off of my chest. I've literally been able to lose weight and feel great while I was on this journey. So I ask you, what's it going to cost? So you probably would spend the same 5 grand to lose the weight that I just did in some kind of program or something, or you bought the detox package, or you probably bought the juices and you kind of did it all that way. There's a lot of people that pay their way through it, and then there's a lot of people that earn their way through it. And that's all I'm doing. I'm earning my way through it. That's why I'm doing this event this weekend. That's why I'm promoting it heavily on my sites. I have this amount of time. I got less than 12 days, 13 days for before I leave for Thailand. I got 20 euros in my pocket, and I'm doing the best that I can. So I'm gonna try to fucking grind and make events and do things as best on time, as best as I can, till it's time to leave. And that's it, dude. You go all the way to the bell. I don't know anybody else that has it any other way, but it's like boxing. You keep punching. And a lot of people are like, the game's over. Well, that's not very Tom Brady of you. That's not very positive to say that the game is over, because I'm still breathing. When I started this whole journey of travel, I was literally sitting there counting the popcorn on the ceiling, and you start doing that. You start thinking, okay, everything's wrong, nothing's right. What am I going to do? And even though I tried to sleep away my problems or pretend everything had changed, life kept happening to me. I kept having to wake up, and that's what really kind of dawned on me, was like, I wasn't going to wake up as someone else. I was always going to wake up as myself, regardless of what my bank account said or what was going on in my head. This was always going to happen. And that's when I started to realize, like, if I put the effort in me, what a transaction it would be. I mean, I still got like a deal out there with the Pila Pica guys. Hopefully they make that order, so then I can fucking get to fucking order their shirts, print their shirts, and be done with the fucking damn thing. Then I would have earned the money that I need to travel, and I did it all in one deal. I'm still waiting for the guy to holler back at me, and probably it's hard because my phone's off, and Lord knows how many deals I'm missing with my phone off. But I mean, sometimes we gotta turn our phones off, dude. Sometimes I gotta do this show without people watching. Sometimes it's not the perfect scenario, and I think that's what makes people hesitant, is that they don't want to do anything if it costs something. And this is the travel cost. The travel cost is to be the boss. Is to be these kind of things where I'm literally looking at top abs, and I lost almost 30 pounds, 40 pounds that I had on my heart and my weight, and now I don't have to wait anymore. Now I get to fucking shift my weight into things that work for me instead of me working against me. And I know you know what I mean, because there's that feeling of, oh no, I won't have any value if I don't have any money, and people might judge me, and dee. And then I'm sitting here going like, let them judge you, bro. They've been judging you already. Like, we don't all live paycheck to paycheck. Like, I wouldn't be this broke or have been this broke in in Vegas. And it's easier for me to earn income while I'm in my own country than it is to do the challenge of earning income outside of my country, doing stuff outside of my comfort zone. How am I going to make it? Well, Survival, motherfucker, dude. It's about survival. It's like all the other things that we do. It's like if you had to climb Kilimanjaro, or that you had to do the greatest race, and everybody loves watching that show, but they don't get off their asses. They never get off and do any kind of travel. They don't. Here, I need you to go to Vietnam with no money, or make it through Finland with no money, or look, dude, my friend's got plenty of food. Like, it's nice that I have friends that are even gonna fucking feed me, and that I can make a quick sandwich, and that I can eat my muesli, and have my diet controlled by me instead of for me or against me, like jail. Jail, you don't get to pick the food. They pick it for you. And how rude is that? That you don't get to pick the food. I'm like, fuck all that, bro. I'm trying to fucking live my life, bro. I want to live it now before I die. It makes me feel really alive. I know that might sound crazy, but it just does, dude. Because like when I'm comfortable on the couch like everyone else, I'm desensitized. I'm fucking sedated, and then I don't feel alive. I don't wake up with the zest of life. I don't fucking get up and go, look, dude, we need to fucking get going. We need to get this thing done. I start fucking hesitating. I start waiting. I'm impatient. I eat fast food. I do all sorts of stuff that's super rude, but no sugar, less than probably 1,000 calories a day. I had to get the weight loss plan. And I don't know a lot of people that are on any kind of plan whatsoever. They're going like, oh no, my problem's just woe is me. I'm on the other side of that fence going like, how can I be what I want to be? How can I turn my dream into something else? I mean, I'm watching my friend making lives every day, and he's actually living a life that people want to watch. And that's when it started to dawn on me. You know what I mean? That's when it really started to sink in that I was doing something. That I was actually forcing myself to do something. Instead of working against myself, I started putting some effort into myself, and that's when it really happened, you know? Life doesn't really do anything that we don't want it to do, and it isn't gonna do it for us unless we do something for ourselves. So that's when I really started to dawn in and go like, you know, I accept this challenge. It makes me grateful for my meals. When people think I'm praying or something, I'm not praying, bro. I'm reflecting on the times that I didn't have something to eat. I'm reflecting on all those times where the struggle was real, and then I just didn't have all the abundance that I usually take for granted. And I think that's what we end up doing. We don't reflect on our lives. We don't sit there and go, oh, I didn't get what I wanted for Christmas, or I don't have what I want in my life. Instead of going after it, we want to complain about it. Instead of making it happen, we sit there and just we play dead. And I'm not dead. I'm alive, and I can feel this sunshine. I can feel the warmth on my back. I can feel the crisp air. You can see it coming out of my mouth, and that's when I started to realize that I have a life to live. Regardless of my bank account, regardless of funds or whatever it costs, I still wake up. And that's the big cost, you know? It's like one day you might not wake up, so why not appreciate the days while the way that they are, instead of trying to complain about them or be rude about them and all that other shit. I'm grateful I got what I got. I'm grateful I have friends. I'm grateful that people are coming to visit me. I'm grateful that things are happening. I'm grateful that all this is really working out in my favor, and it lets me know that I am blessed still, you know? It's easy when all the things are given to you and it's right there in front of you. Then you just take it for granted. When it's earned and you fight for it, then it tastes even better. The next meal is like a death row meal, you know? The next travel is another challenge, and I accept this challenge. I put myself in these situations. Is it hard to travel without any money? Yes, but you're watching someone travel the world in less than $5,000, bro. Like, who does that? Sailors did it. People way braver than me did it for years, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I can still work. I can still go get my shit done. I can still get my shipments in from all the way from America to here in time for my event instead of against me. I can still create events and create my own income. I can still be the man that I want to be instead of being this scared human being that goes, oh, I don't have any money. Well, that'll be your first excuse, and then you'll never do anything. I built my business from nothing, bro. I literally, I literally built it for nothing, and it never would have been something if I didn't take bold action. And that's what it means, bold. You know, it's not easy to say, do a fight, get in shape, travel the world. Those things are people talk about all the time. Like, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll start getting in shape. My buddy started having a heart attack. Now all of a sudden he's going to the gym. I'm not waiting for a heart attack to go to the gym. I'm starting to do my push-ups now. I'm not waiting for an excuse. I'm not waiting for somebody to give me permission. I'm taking my life in my own hands and making it a reality. I'm looking at the sunshine and go, I'm in Finland right now. You know what I mean? I'm looking at sunshine, headed to Thailand, ready to be toes in the sand. And that's how Dream all started. So why not go full circle and make it happen? Got my 20 euros, got another order. That's my 40 euros. Get this other order. That's my 300 euros. Get my $500 back from when they arrested me this January. Get my phone back on. Get my shit all organized. Make some shirts, hopefully make a couple €100 from that, and then I'm going to travel with about $500 in Thailand, which is a lot. Then I'm in a place where food's cheap, 25 baht. I can live off of $3 a day. I have friends to connect with me, and I'm going to start a Kick account because my buddy's so successful with it. He's getting people to donate to him. He made $1,500 last month. If I had $1,500, you wouldn't hear me complaining about travel costs, but that's the cost. Most of us want to be a boss and stay at a hotel, do some shit like that, be all 5 stars, eating tomahawk steaks. I'm not living like that. When I come travel next time and I'm the brilliant fucking successful businessman, then yeah, sure, no fucking problem. But right now, I still have to fucking hustle. I still got to make the muscle and get my ass up to make myself into myself. It's hard to develop. It's not easy to deep dive and have deep conversations about your life and your habits and to see what you're really made out of. This is what I'm made out of. I'm made out of survival instincts. I had to survive an abortion. I had to survive homelessness. I had to survive South Korean prison. So I know what it's like to not have nothing. When literally I even got my own fucking passport to even cross from Mexico when I was in Ensenada prison. I've lived a full life, and I'm about to show you even more life on my Kick account when I get linked up with Benny Mac, and we got GoPros and we got angles, and we start fucking really doing the damn thing. That's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about living, and that's what's making me live. It's making me live. It's making me push myself where I could just stay on the couch. Now I get up and I'm like, I gotta go after it. I gotta go into Helsinki, give them one of my fucking business cards. I gotta go in these places and make it happen. And that's what I'm doing. I'm making it happen, Captain. So for all those people that are sitting there with their excuses, I'm telling you, dude, my websites are off, my phone is off, and my bank is off. My credit cards are closed, but I'm still alive. I'm still me. I'm still breathing. And that's the blessing, dude, that I can have a blue skies to look at, that I can accomplish things that I didn't think that I could push further than I can. Most of us say we want to get back up when we get knocked down, but do you get back up again? I get knocked down, but I get up again, and they're never gonna let me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. No one's never gonna leave me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. So that's what I keep talking and teaching people to do, is to get back up again. Don't let life fucking knock you down and keep you down, dude. Make yourself up and fucking get yourself up, because that's what it takes. It takes yourself to make yourself. And most of us, we get stalled in that. We get stalled in the, oh, what if it doesn't work out, or last time it went like this, and we keep telling ourselves the reason why we think it won't work out, when it's like, you just gotta work, bro. Don't wish work is one of my shirts, but fuck sakes, man, it's one of those things where you really got to put some effort into things to make it into a reality. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make my life into a reality I'm not trying to fucking sit in some dystopia where things are just supposed to always be great and nothing ever goes wrong and everything goes right in your life. I don't think that's anyone's life. I don't think anyone ever had that kind of happen to them where they were just like, yeah, everything I ever did was super awesome and nothing's ever gone wrong and I've never had a struggle in my life. This is for the black sheep. This is why my brand is Saints Addiction, because it's all the people that been knocked down and try to get back up again and try to make their lives into a reality instead of some kind of fantasy or some kind of sleep mode or some kind of you know what I mean, when you're just like, you're basically sleeping on your life. And I know a lot of people that do that. They just sleep on their lives, and I'm sitting here trying to teach people that life's worth living and you shouldn't fucking take it for granted. You got to get up and do something. You got to be the type of person that takes bold action, does something with their lives, not just talk about their lives, but be about their lives, be about what they want out of their life. And instead of just talking about it, they be about it. They actually do something to make their life a reality instead of something where they pretend to be something else. I'm like, here, the struggle is real. Yes, it's not easy. Yes, I'm without money. And people are like, what? You're traveling without money? And I was like, yeah, eventually it wasn't always that way. Do I have to borrow eggs from Mom Mary? Yeah. Do I have to borrow what do you call it? Borrow ironing boards so I can make my shirts? You're damn right I am. Is all my shit packed and ready? Yes, it is. How else am I gonna fucking move forward if it wasn't for my friends? I wouldn't even have this ticket now if it wasn't for my homie who bought it for me. But he was sitting there gambling, and all of a sudden he was like, yo, I just made 1,500 euros. And I was like, yeah, dude, that's fucking dope. You know, I didn't think he was going to fucking, hey, how much is your ticket to Thailand? I didn't think he was going to turn around and actually buy me a ticket. And that's what happened. So I mean, a lot of people, they want to talk the shit. They want to pretend that life is that easy, or they want to be on easy mode. I wanted to do a real show where it's like, no, people do have struggles, and it's not easy sometimes. You're gonna have to fucking do some sleazy. That's not so easy. But guess what? What's different than me doing it in America? What's different than me doing those same fucking things the same fucking way when I'm in some other country or on my couch at home? So, I mean, it's really kind of up to you. We like to use a lot of excuses. I'm too old. I can't afford it. What's going to happen? All those other things like that. We talk to ourselves crazy, and we never do anything because we're lazy. And I'm not lazy. I get my fucking ass up. I keep my fucking diet. I keep doing my show. I keep it fucking real. And because of that, my consistency is key. I have a whole library of fucking videos that I've done. I've had a full life of fucking getting shit the way I wanted it to be, instead of just sitting there going, oh no, I have nothing. I can start a free Instagram account. I can post things. I can set up events. I can do something with my life instead of saying, oh yeah, what's this? What I'm gonna, like, you know, I'm gonna fucking make it this, and I'm gonna make that. And that's what ends up happening. Is that's what I keep trying to tell people, is like, don't be afraid to live your life, bro. Don't be afraid to do something with the days you got left. We don't have many of them, and it's up to us to fucking do something with them. So I'm always gonna get up off my ass. I'm always gonna fucking work. I'm always gonna stay focused. I'm always gonna read my book. I'm gonna get quiet and stay meditated, and then that way I appear when the event happens the way I want to appear, instead of disappear and feel like shit, or something's not right, or da 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 da. I'm gonna be the guy that goes up and makes it right. I'm gonna be the guy that fucking makes his life. And that's what we're talking about at Saints Addiction, is you got to make your life. You can't just fucking sit there and trip and complain. You're gonna have to fucking get into it and make it your own life, bro. I mean, how fucking cool is that you have a life, and that you can go activate it and be the hero in it, and sometimes the villain in it, and sometimes the zero. But that's what it is. You got to get fucking into it, and that's what I've been doing. I've been just fucking getting into my world and getting around this world and making things work for me instead of against me. And that's been changing my whole perspective on what I'm made out of and what I'm doing with my life. And that's what it's going to take sometimes. So I want you guys to focus on your life. I want you to see what you're made out of. We all have struggles. This is part of the journey, but not all of us fight back. And that's part of life. So get back up, get back to fighting. Your boy Marky Saint and the sun lighting. I'll see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, I'm starting a Kick account too. Gee, got the